You're watching RedChip TV, your source for small cap news.
Hey, welcome back to the RedChip Small Cap Health Tech Investment Forum here in San Francisco. We're coming to you from La Meridian Hotel here as part of this event, and I'm happy to introduce to you another company. The name is the LGL Group Incorporated. The symbol on that is LGL. They're traded over the NYSE Alternext, and I'm visiting here today with CEO Bob Zylstra. Bob, welcome to RedChip Small Cap TV.
Great. Well, thanks, Brad. It's our first time here, and we're glad to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you here. And tell us about LGL Group.
Well, LGL, we're a custom electronics manufacturer. We're about $40 million in annual revenue, and we sell by and large to people that build infrastructure that need precise timing clocks. So these are customers, our big name customers are people like Cisco or Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, and so on.
Okay. And you're doing it at, you're a holding company, are you not?
The LGL Group itself is a holding company, but we're in the process of taking that from a holding company and making it a single line of business that today does business with the name Mtron PTI.
Right.
And so really most of our customers know us only as Mtron PTI, and the holding company is there legally, but it really is a single operating unit. So
tell us about the products that you just mentioned. What sets your company apart from others in the space?
Well, the businesses that we sell into constitute about a $4 billion market. But the big part of that are sort of standardized generic parts, and we focus on, it's $800 million to about $1 billion market. It's customized parts, and these are parts that are designed specifically to meet a certain requirement of a major OEM like a Rockwell or a Cisco. And that brings us down to a big group of competitors down to very few. So the largest competitors in our industry are focusing on the $3.2 billion part of the market. We're focused on the $800 million to $1 billion part of the market.
I got you. Okay. And so again, you're talking about the nice potential size of the market, and you mentioned some of the current clients here. Tell us about your background, a little bit about the team you've got.
Sure. Well, my background personally, I started in my industrial career with 3M, the people better known for their tape and little yellow pad paper. And worked there as an engineer and a scientist and a manufacturing, and eventually was a general manager for one of their businesses. And I came into this industry 9 years ago. My background personally, I'm trained as an engineer and a physicist. And I'm similar to most of our management team. Nearly our entire management team is made of engineers and scientists. So we bring sort of a technology-focused management team to it, and we find that serves us well because we really bring a fairly high-tech image and position relative to our major customers.
And then I understand you just brought in a new COO as well.
And we brought in a new COO. He came out of the semiconductor industry, and he's a very seasoned pro. And we've asked him to focus specifically on improving some of our operations. Some of our strength is in our engineering, but in one of our factories, actually the engineering was sort of took over the factory, if you will. Now the focus is let's make that run like a factory while preserving the technology base. And he is doing that. His name is Hans Wunderl. We put out a press release on him earlier this year. And to this point, we're just very excited about the early results of his work. We don't expect that to show up in immediate financial impact, but we do expect it to show up pretty quick.
So operationally, you've kind of turned a corner then?
We believe we're turning a corner.
That's very nice. Again, we're talking with Bob Zylstra. He's the CEO of the LGL Group. That's traded on the NYSE Alternext. The symbol for the LGL Group is that, the LGL. And some of the projects and milestones, you mentioned you've kind of turned the corner here. Looking forward without making too many forward statements here. What's some of the milestones you're aiming for?
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about where we've made some progress also in the last year. In our business, one of the areas we felt our technology would be a good fit is in space satellites. And so we've actually, during the course of the past year, we've got a number of design wins going into space satellites, again, working with big, well-known operators, people like Northrop Grumman, L3, and others. So that was one milestone we hit last year. A second one is in our products, oftentimes a timing device, which is what we make, they create timing networks on a board. And we've also had some success on designing a timing network and selling it as a subsystem. to some of our OEM customers. And for them, it saves them design time, saves them time to market. And for us, it gives us an opportunity to move up the value chain by bringing products that have higher selling prices and higher margins. So those are two milestones that we hit last year. In the year ahead of us, and actually the period ahead of us, we're hoping to continue both of those trends. We think we have opportunities to make further progress in the space satellite business, satellite communications and others, military satellites, and we also think in moving this thing into higher value, more highly integrated products. The third area of milestone we think is pushing the technology envelope in a few areas where we think we're really one of the world's best players. And those are things like the phase noise, or how the ragged signal property about that. That's an area we're a leader in, and a number of other technology fronts. We have very clear internal milestones and targets for those as well.
Well, good. And the company, tell us a little bit about, well, let me introduce the company again. It's Bob Zylstra. He's the CEO of the LGL Group. The symbol on that is LGL. Given this, it's kind of a good time right now for investors to take a look at and understand the fundamental changes going on with the company.
Right, and Brad, thank you for mentioning that, 'cause that's one of the reasons that I'm here. Our company right now, with $40 million in revenue, our stock price, like all stock prices, have been hit pretty badly. But we also think we're positioned that we are doing the right things to really make some good progress. So, we're not going to give direct guidance, but we believe in terms of manufacturing operations, it's going to give us a chance to improve the gross margins of our operations nicely with the help of Hans and some of the other projects we have going on. And we think the level of profitability will be restored in the company, and with that, it's a great time to think about it as an investment opportunity.
Again, a company doing over $40 million in revenue, and it's CEO Bob Zylstra. He's the CEO of the LGL Group. Again, the symbol for that is LGL. And Bob, thanks for coming on RedChip Small Cap TV.
Well, great. Thanks. Thanks again, Brad. Nice being here.
This report is not a recommendation or solicitation to purchase or sell any security, nor does it constitute investment advice. Visit RedChip.com for full financial disclosures on RedChip clients.